Welcome to the world of Survival Guide, and your host, again, I am Survival Man, and I'm going to be doing back-to-back episodes here. They're going to be between Minecraft and Pokemon Sun and Pokemon X, so it's going to be a session where I'm going to do one of each, and hopefully for the best. So, in this episode, you're going to see that we're going to do a trial site that, yes, has been reset from someone that's within the game here, but they're further ahead of us right now. But once they get to the final trial, they will be exiting the actual game, so yeah, so just keep in mind of that. So we are going to continue on here. As you can see, as of right now, we do not have our Pluto with us because one, without that, the trials from here on out are going to be very sophisticated and they're going to be very difficult. And very difficult for the dog to actually access to. So it's going to be a little hard for the dog to actually walk around just a little bit back to back. So now, since it's starting to get nighttime here, a friend of mine is actually at before I started, they told me that they were at trial site 5, and that's where they're at right now. So here we are, and we got to make sure we got 2 of the main items here, and I'm going to grab them here. The pickaxe and the crafting table. So we're going to need those 2 definitely for this trial because you're going to see why. Alright, so the craft table is needed, and if you don't have one, then don't tempt this trial, which we do, so we're going to tempt it. If we do have a pickaxe, we can, but if we don't, we can't go in because we ain't going to succeed in this trial. So, and we have them right here in our hotbar here, and we're going to definitely use them quite a bit. And we needed to be a level 10 just to be in here to actually do the trials. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the glass here, and access is actually granted. So we're going to go up in here, close the door, hop, and here we are. And of course, if you thought the tree was so big, well, this is the reason why. Yeah, the actual trial itself is going to be quite sophisticated, and it's going to be quite the crafting sessions. So I'm not going to say how many floors because I really don't know how many floors. So we're going to actually see how we're going to do here. So I'm going to place the crafting table immediately right away so that it's ready to go. And as you can see, there's 4 chests up in here. But all of them should have either the hold of sticks, and I believe stone. Yeah, I figured there would have been stone involved, so I wonder how many sticks we're going to need here, because that would be quite awesome to know how many. And we are going to have, it looks like, 15. So it looks like we're going to be crafting something out of the 15. But before we actually do that, so as you can see that there's an iron door here. So a stone is part of this, but we have to do something to the stone to make it part a power source. So I have an idea what the stone is going to turn into, so I'm going to place it here and get the pickaxe in hand and start mining it. Bam! We've got a cobblestone in hand. So we're going to actually use the cobblestone to get one switch, which is going to be a lever including. Now, we're going to grab that here, use that. Well, actually, we're not going to use it right now. But in order to get into that iron door, we are going to use it. And yes, the only way to use sticks in this manner, because it's the only items you can craft, ladders is needed. Because you wouldn't be able to figure out how to get up safely and get up to the higher levels of this trial. So you would have to somehow craft the amount of ladders you're going to need, and we're going to place this switch here and open that up. And then, as you can see, that once you enter here, there's no ladders here. So I'm actually going to place them a little easier for me. So I'm going to place them here, and here, here, and here. And we are actually in area 2 of trial 3. But as you can see, now instead of just having one iron door, now there's 3 iron doors. Now the question is, now I have to go back and get the actual crafting table here, because each area is needing a crafting table. So we're going to actually mine this. As soon as we have all the items that we need, we're going to actually mine the crafting table so that we have it in hand. And I'm going to close that door, and I'm going to place it right in the center here. And I believe that is the center. I think it is in the center. So here we go. So we're going to grab more sticks. Now the thing is that is really tricky about this is that you would have to do this quite often somehow. So we're going to keep collecting a lot of sticks, but only in one area. There's only a certain amount. So that allows you to go up one more area. But like I said, I don't know how high this trial site is going to be. I don't know how many areas there are in this trial. So it makes it easier for me not knowing and then just going through the trial and just figure out what I can build out of the items that I could receive. So I'm going to place this block right here and go ahead and mine it again for the second time. And the question is, how do I know to mine it? Well, stone, you can't craft it with anything. Really, literally, you just can't. Just one stone block, you really can't craft anything with it. So the only way to craft it into something to a power source or some sort of power to open an iron door, like there, or here. So the only way to actually power something, you have to figure out what you need to really do. And the other question is still remaining, how do I know what to build out of sticks? Well, it's the only item you can craft with. So there's really nothing else to make other than ladders than just the sticks alone. But since you get a certain amount to start off with, and then that leaves you like I said, it allows you to make a ladder here. As you can see, my hand keeps popping back and forth there, and that is giving you an indication that I'm holding something, or it's just, I guess. So like I was saying, the sticks is something you have to actually work with, and cobblestone is actually the only thing that you can actually use to make a power source to make a door open that you can't legally open, or you know what I mean. So we're gonna grab this ladder, and before we actually do, we're gonna mine away this crafting table again and collect it. Now the question is, now which door is going to allow us to go back up? That's the question. Now I'll give you a little hint. As you can see what I'm doing here, looking through the iron door and see what path, or which path to take. So in here it looks like there is no path here at all. So that tells me that there is no path to go up to the next area, in that area. So here, again, same thing, no path. But right here, it looks like we have the correct path. So we're going to do that right here. Open that up. Now since you can see it's up there, and we are going to place the ladders on this side this time around. Ooh, almost dropped, but it didn't matter. So we're going to go up in here, close that door, and now which one is it now? It's the question now. But I think we're almost nearing to our end here. I'm not sure if that is ever possible when you're doing trials like this. So okay, so it looks like stone here and sticks. And then we're going to open up this here, and looks like we got 5 sticks now. And then we got 3 sticks. So we've got 8. Okay, so that's the final count. So now that's 8. So that's telling you that it's only 2 recipes we're going to be making here. So we're going to go ahead and place this cobblestone here and go ahead and mine it again for the, I think the last time, or there might be one more area, I think, but I'm not positive. So we're going to use the cobblestone here, and oh, not there, that's the output. Right here is the input, so we're going to place 1 stick, and then that leaves 7 sticks. So that's telling you there's going to be 1 recipe of ladders here. So we're going to, if my controls can be less robust of not letting me doing anything or placing anything into any of the inputs. So now we've got the items that we need, and now here's the question: which door is it? So it looks like we're going to be only using 3 ladders this time around. So I think I have an idea where I'm going to be going here. So I'm going to go ahead and place this here, and bang! Look at that. Oh, wow, we're already at the top of the tree, actually, as a matter of fact. We are actually literally at the top of the tree. That's something. So we're going to actually jump, actually, as a matter of fact, to make it easier. So we're going to jump here, and look at this. We're literally at the top of the tree. So our prize actually is right here. The only chest that's up here. But I don't know. Okay, well, there you go. There's our prize. Right within the chest area. So I'm actually going to put that in our inventory, and also our crafting table and our stone pickaxe, which needs a little bit of repairing a little bit, but not bad. And we're going to fly back to our nice little base that has our gold bricks sitting in a panel here. There we go. Just want to make sure I land perfectly, and don't mind the villagers. That's something that you don't want to worry about as much here. Alright, so we're going to actually go ahead and place the gold block right here in trial 3 slot. And now we're allowed to use redstone power. And guess what? The trial site 4 is actually really nearby. So that is telling us that we don't have to gain a whole lot. So, levels, per se. So we're going to go ahead and go all the way back to trial site 3. Which is right here. As you can see, it's coming right here in the distance. Here. Now, here's the major thing here. So I'm actually going to, let's see, use the sword here. And now, the only thing is, what level do I need to be in order to open up the sealment of Trial Site 4? Trial Site 4 ahead, you need to be at level 12. So we're level 10, so we need only to gain 2 levels here. And like I said, like I always say in any other episode, 1 trial per episode. So that means that we're going to train up before the next trial. So that will be the next episode. But that might be later on today, though. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of hunting just to get myself right where I need to be. And hear that chicken. Where is it? Hear it. There you are. And look at this. It just popped an egg anyway, even though I was not near it. And I didn't even hear it anyway. So that's something else. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, wow. The cow is following me. That's really something. Alright. Okay, we're gonna take care of this sheep here, and you know, you can actually mine coal here, or coal ores, and I think I spotted some just not too far from trial site 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and mine those real quick. Actually, there's some right here, so I'm going to go ahead and mine these here and put the egg in our inventory here and go ahead and start mining here. See? Bang! But sometimes when you're mining ores like this, sometimes the orbs will not appear. So you might be doing this quite a lot just to get a certain amount here. So I'm going to get into the first person view here. Okay, so we're close to level 11 here. And we just need one more level after that once we hit the mark at 11. And once I get to 12, I will end it there, as a matter of fact. Because like any other game, that when it comes to games like this, you must get prepared and get ready for the trial site that's coming up next. You know what I mean? So you gotta be ready, at least. For sure, you gotta be ready. So it might take me a little bit to get prepared, but you know, even though level 12 is a little excessive, it shouldn't be that hard, right? So we're gonna try to level up here, and we're at a level 11, so now I don't have to worry about that as much. But now, before I even get too ahead of myself here, I need to repair my stone pickaxe here. Boom, boom. I just need those. But now the thing is, getting sticks is what matters. So I'm going to see here if I can get one block here. And look at this. Here's some coal here. So I'm gonna craft this here. Put half and half on each side. So now I'm gonna have sticks. Now I'm actually going to place the crafting table, since we're allowed to anyway, in any kind of way, I should say. And I'm gonna place, well, before I do that, I gotta make the sword first. So I'm gonna place a stick there, cobblestone right here, and take that, and now since that is fully powered, we're going to place that in the input, and also the damaged stone sword into the input here, and then it's fully powered. So that means the sword that we repaired here is not as much we have to deal with here. So we're going to grab that and go ahead and start mining the coal here yet one last time. You know, it might help if you do this a few times, and the more you gain, the more you get to do stuff in certain areas. But this world is actually created by someone that I know, and I'm kindly, as of right now, they're helping me a little bit. So if a trial site ain't prepared and ready, then they will kindly tell me, saying that it ain't ready, as a matter of fact. And also with that, including that I won't have to worry about it as much. So I'm going to go ahead and mine here. So I'm going to go ahead and keep mining until I can't gain. Well, I can still gain more. It's just now getting up. Now, heard that chicken, but I believe it's in the water here. But I don't hear it, so I don't. Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna swap here to the sword here and come over here and swap. Alright, so now since I took care of that, not a problem. As you can see, the trial site 4 is just right above us right now. And like I said in the last episode, I was not going to spoil where it was. But since we're at the point where we are not eligible there yet, but I'm going to say that it is trial site 4 and we need to be level 12, which we're 1 level away. And it shouldn't be that much of a problem because once I get to a level 12, and like I said, I will end it right there. Or we might even have time, but it will take a long process just to do Trial Site 4. Since Trial Site 4 is going to be... you know, it's going to be pretty long compared, as you can see, like, literally in the distance. Look how long it's going to take us to get there. About 5 minutes to get there. Literally, with me talking around. Or yakking away, you know? Me yakking away takes a lot of time. But, you know, me doing games like this, actually, I'm pretty good about multitasking when it comes to games and then doing stuff like I normally do and talk away and keep going and sometimes I get a little too carried away. At some rarest times. Let me just say that now. At rarest times, I do get too carried away and I lose track of what I'm doing. So that part right there is not good on me, I would say. So as of right now, I'm hunting for animals or ores that is eligible for me to have access to, you know, something like that, you know. Looking for animals that allows me to hunt down, kill, get experience from them. But again, hunting for them takes a little bit of a process to find. So I wouldn't worry about it as much. So here's a chicken. So I'm going to kill that right away, and did not get not enough experience here. Okay, and so I'm going to get into the third person view and see what I can do here. But I know there's a lot of animals here in these fenced areas that are well guarded here. But forget all that. We got an animal right here anyway. So we're going to go ahead and... But as a matter of fact, I am going to place... Let's see here. What am I going to do? Oh, so we got a wolf here. So see what I mean? If there was more wolves in the area, they would attack you. Just because you killed one of their allies. Pretty much. It's basically what it is. Oh, don't mind it. Autosave. Don't mind it. It's yet annoying. Give me a few seconds here. And I just turn on, well, I'm not going to say what I just turned on, so it's better off if I don't. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, ooh. Pig alert, pig alert. Dang, that's a little loud, but that's okay. Probably this cow will do it right here. Yep, like I said, it's going to do it. That'll do it right there. So, I'm going to get to trial site 4, and I'm going to end it there. And then I'm going to do a little off-screen training, just a little bit. But yet again, I don't know what levels I'm going to be. But since we're going to be going through trial site 4, which means we won't be able to come back this way, other than flying at this point. So I'm going the wrong way, actually, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to fly this way just a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to get to trial site 4. Like I said, I was going to, and it's right there in front. Don't worry. No harm. No harm done, I should say. And get her done. So anyway. So we're at trial site 4, but the entrance of trial site 4. Okay, now trial site 4, I'm not going to yet spoil until I will make the video, but according to the time, that was pretty quick of what I did. It's like a little tiny training, but I think I do have enough time here. So let's see how fast I do this and see where I end up on the time. So enough with me yakking and let's get in. So we're at level 12 and we need to be at level 12, and the seal has been broken. So we're going to go ahead and go right on through. And like I said, this is going to be the quite stankin' process just to go through this. And I'm going to make things a little quicker here so it doesn't have the time being a problem. Alright, so we're at trial site 4. Now, in this trial, I'm going to show you just a little bit here. So, if I do fall, I have a way to swim, which in this is the only trial I will be eligible to swim, even if I don't have the trial site indication to tell me that I'm allowed to use it. But in this trial, I'm allowed only during the trial, but once the trial's over, I can't do it no more. So, as you can see, there's these little ledges on each area. And there's only 3 areas here. And, like I said, once I fall, I have to go to the closest ladder that allows you to go back into the same area trial site, or area of the trial site. So basically in this trial, it's based off opening doors. Now, opening the doors is another matter. Now, you're going to see why we have to open up doors. But this is actually a switcheroo kind of type doors. So we're going to figure out how to open them. So again, basics again. So the basics again. This trial site is a little different because you won't die from this. You really won't. Like, literally won't. So that rule has been changed in this site alone. So basic number 1, once you're in, you can't get out. And 2, continue on until you get to the end. And 3, like I said, it's going to be different than any other trials. Once you fall, restart from the actual beginning of the same area. So you're going to see how that is going to be effective this. So, and if you're excited, hit that like button below and let's get on through this trial site 4. And we are going to go in And again, the door's closed behind me, since there's no way of entering or exiting the trial site until we complete it. So, here we are. Now, the only objective here. Okay, so since this door is actually blocking our path. Now, this is what's really good about this, is that each area is going to get a little harder. And as you can see, in this area is a little easier. But like I said, when I fall, I have to start in the same area that you fell at. That I fell at. So I'm going to hit this switch and door number 1 is open. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and go through here, but we still have one more door to go through. And this is actually the exit of area 1. Once we exit, we can enter the area 2 of trial site 4. So we're going to get over here, but this is going to be a little tricky right here. As you can see, it's going to be a hopping session. But like I said, once I fall, I have to restart at the beginning of the actual trial site alone, but the doors will remain the same, which means I will be eligible to go back to where I was before. So I'm going to hit this right here, powers that up, and like I said in the, and I don't need swords or anything for this trial because there's nothing you have to worry about here. Or any mobs or any monsters or anything in this trial site. So, now since we're out of area 1, now this area, we have to unlock the seal. Since we're here, now we're gonna break the seal, and now we are eligible to go through. Since we're still level 12 to actually compete this trial, and now area 2 is gonna be a little difficult, and it's gonna get harder. Like I said, it's going to get harder, and I personally did not build this, but I was told that it was going to get harder in each area of trial site 4. So, like I said, I did not build this. So we're in area 2. But now, as you can see, it's going to be a little harder. As you can see, that is a little difficult now. But now, this time around, instead of opening one switch for each door, now you're going to see how many switches are needed to open this door. And it's the only exit that allows you to go through. So, and here we go. As you can see, that each area, or each hopping area, is 2 block width. So that means you would have to run and jump all the way through to the actual area you're needing here. So we found a switch here. Okay, now here's a problem. The door's still closed, and I don't know how many switches I need to open the door. But it looks like we have to go over here to get to this jumping area. But if I make a mistake and I fall, I have to start at the beginning of the area 2 of trial site 4. So here's another switch. But again, nothing happened. Again, nothing happened. So I'm going to try to not to fall here. And I'm going to run and jump there and kind of run a little bit. And so here's the exit. Okay. Now this is going to get a little tricky once we get to area 3. Now I opened, or actually hit the switch, and the door is now officially open. But like I said, once you fall, everything stays the same. So you can exit once you already open it and you fall. You can exit still getting to area 3. Now, since we're in close to area 3, so we're going to break the seal here. Now, since the seal has been broken, now you're going to see how how different this is going to be. So now since we're stuck in here, and this is going to be area 3. In the last area, there's 3 switches we had to hit. But in here, there's even more. Now the question is, finding them is the problem. So we are going to try to find all the switches, and it will only open the door on the opposite end from my view here. And that is the exit and the actual exit of Trial Site 4, and our prize awaits at the end of the bridge line. So, like I said, if I fall, I will have to restart again at area 3 this time around. But this time, since I hit one switch, it looks like the power line that is powering the door is still making it closed. So I have to figure out how many switches I need to depower it. So I found a switch here, so I'm going to depower that. But that means it's still allowing the door to stay closed here. And here's another switch, and in this corner there's one switch here. Now, I wonder if I hit all of the switches. I wonder. Wait a minute. Okay, so it looks like we have not hit all the switches. So this might be the final switch here, ladies and gentlemen. And the door is now officially open, and that is it for Trial Site 4. Grab your gold brick for your victory. So we're going to go ahead and grab it right here and take it to our base. Alright, so now since we have the gold brick, now we're going to place it in Trial Site 4. And now that is going to be it for this video. So if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Minecraft Trials Special Edition from your own, none other, Survival Man. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.